Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is daily update for MULN stock, and I am releasing video every day on the stock. Okay, and one thing I want to make it clear for you guys, because a lot of people leave comments and ask me about investment and all for this company. I am trading the stock. I am not invested in the company, as I have been showing you guys on my daily videos that the cash flow for the company is not that great right now, even though the outlook is good. Like, I think within the next 2 years they might have a better outlook, but for now cash flow is not that great. Balance sheet is not that good. They're not making any money right now. The EPS is negative, which makes me not want to invest in the company right now. However, I am very much interested in trading the stock. I mean, tradable stock is good because if you can short the stock, you make money by shorting the stock, or if you're looking for a short squeeze. But for a video that I made the other day, talked about the short squeeze seems to be now a little bit far off now. And let's talk about that, why I think the short squeeze seems to be far off for this. And that's because we have a nail to the coffin with two big warrants that were exercised. Again, for the subscriber of my channel, they already know I've talked about this. For the new users, there 178 million warrant was exercised on before March 7th. I think it was March 1st, where they took this amount and they basically exercised their warrants, and now they have this possession of these common stock, which they could have just sold in the market, and they got this for 10 cents a share. There's also another warrant for 338 million that was exercised 3 days ago. Now, these are nailed to the coffin because, look, once you have this much inventory of the stock, right, 338 plus 178, that's a lot of shares. That's almost like 4+ million shares in possession. Okay, when you're shorting the stock, you really don't have the possession, and when you have the possession, you're not really shorting that point, you're selling it for profit. And this is exactly what had happened from March 7th. And let me go track to March 7th here. This is March 7th. The stock was hovering around 22 cents, even went up to 24 cents, to be really honest with you, on March 7th day. But you don't see the spike here. But it started coming down, right? Because what happens is they got the stock at 10 cents a share. The stock was hovering around 22 cents. They start selling it. They can't sell everything at once because you can't really do that. Because if you do that, you're going to trigger that uptick rule that SEC has. They can't let more than 10% of a decline of a price in a stock. If it does happen, you can't really sell at that point. You have to wait for an uptick. Anyway, with that being said, so they can't really sell everything at once, but it's steady coming down. And 2 days ago, I said the stock was going down to 10 cents. I even put in the headings that, I was really adamant that this is going to go down to 10 cents, but it stopped at 18. And yesterday I was really happy. I thought maybe these guys, these vultures, whoever exercises warrants, these insiders, they might give it a breathing room. They might let the stock come up a little bit. But what they did, maybe they're just too greedy right now, right? They don't believe in the company. I think that's why they exercise their warrants. Again, they got the warrants because they gave Mystery the money. For 10 cents a share, they paid them that much money for the warrant, and they exercised it because they thought, you know what, the company is not going to go up. It's not going to 50 cents, it's not going to 60 cents. Forget it. Get our money and just come out of it. They took that 10 cents or 12 cents or 5 cents gain at that point, is just coming out of it. And I do feel they won't stop until they bring it down to 15 cents or 12 cents for that matter. And by the time they will be done, stock is going to get down to that level. Once the warrants are done, right, once the liquidation is there, the dilution has happened, then we'll see a real face of MULN stock as to where they grow from there. Now, with that being said, the level that I was hoping that is going to sustain 18 cents, it was from 2022, okay, and that being broken, and what's demand level really is basically where a lot of buyers were sitting, and now buyers lost faith in the stock, and now this becomes your supply level, which means that you have a new demand level. I don't know how strong this is going to be. This is a newly formed demand level right now. I mean, again, this is newly formed, right? This is like word to mouth, like people looking at the stock and they're buying it and they think the price might go up. And if it started coming down, they might come out of the position. And of course, it could go down to 15 cents at that point and down to 12 cents. So, I mean, 10 cents is what they exercise the warrants for. And I think selling it at 10 cents, they'll be just still won't be losing any money. They'll be coming out clean. But I think till this point, they have almost, I think they got rid of almost about 250 million shares so far. I did the math. And I'll put up the math for you guys. I'll try to put it on an Excel sheet and let you guys know that I think almost 50% is already done, and the 50% is still got to go, which means the price is still going to come down. Again, I was really hoping that let the price come up and then they could sell, but I guess these vultures doesn't want to wait for that. So again, I'm releasing video every day, and the objective is to get you guys information. Again, day-to-day information changes as for the perspective changes. It's market. You can't have one perspective and just stick to that perspective, and then you'll never make money in market. So every time I release a video, there's new perspective in regards to how the stock is behaving that day. there's a lot of probabilities, and once you get a hold of it, like 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time, market repeats itself. 20% is like whatever volatility we have. But for now, I think the stock is. I was really hoping, as I said, was that it was going to go up 18, but it did not. It broke that support level. Now we don't have no demand level left from previous, and we have new demands being performed now at this point, and I believe the stock might go down to 12 cents or 15 cents for that matter, but we'll have to watch and see until they're done with their warrants, whatever possessions they have on the stock. And I think they will get rid of the full amount, 4 million plus shares that they have in their possession. These vultures, these insiders, they already have the stock, so they're gonna might as well sell it because they got it for 10 cents. They can't wait any longer. So once they are done with that, then we'll have a real face to the stock. Hope you guys are liking this video. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.